We move with it, not against it. Let it breathe, let it flow. Got my feet on the floor, coffee warm in my hand. Shots looking like a rhythm, only I understand. Let the candles do the talking, they don't rush for me. I got time, I got patience, I got therapy. Heart sinks to the market like a pulse on beat. When it dips, I don't trip, I just find my seat. Every line on the chart is a dance I've learned, and the lessons hit deeper than the prophets earned. I don't chase, I don't fold, I don't move till the story's told. I just breathe, let the noise fall clean and slide right in like a midday dream. I move with the market, ride with the wave, flow with the rhythm that the price action gave. Slide to the beat when the setup align. Patience in my pocket, profits on my mind. I move with the market, cool and divine. You can't rush the groove when the groove takes time. Yeah, I'm vibing with the trend like it's all choreographed. Every high hitting like a photograph. I don't beg for a trade, I let the trade pick me. Inner peace is the edge that they just can't see. Yeah, some folks panic when the wick turns red, but I'm cool, lean back, let it clear its head. Momentum got a rhythm and I learned that tune. Yeah, I trade with the sun and I groove with the moon. I don't rush, I don't force, I just dance with the natural course. When it's right, oh I feel that sign, then I lock right in like a baseline spine. I move with the market, ride with the wave, flow with the rhythm that the price action gave. Slide to the beat when the setup align. Patience in my pocket, profits on my mind. I move with the market, cool and divine. You can't rush the groove when the groove takes time. Let it breathe, let it breathe. If it don't feel right, I don't touch that trade. If it ain't in my plan, then it ain't getting played. The market got a heartbeat, and me, I'm on tempo. I move with the market, ride with the wave, flow with the rhythm that the price action gave. Slide to the beat when the setup align. Patience in my pocket, profits on my mind. I move with the market, cool and divine. You can't rush the groove when the groove takes time. Groove with it, move with it.
Groove it. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. Thank you all for joining me this evening. It is Monday, November 24th, 2025. Thanksgiving is just a few days away. I'm ready to chow down. What about you guys? Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to chow down. Hola, French toaster. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and say good evening to chat. What's going on, everybody? Let's see. Alexandra G, Mod Boss, Mod Queen, Mod God. Thank you for being here and for pinning that Discord link in the chat. I do appreciate that. I need to be a little bit more active in Discord, to be quite frank. I try to do way too much. That's pretty much the story of my life. I'm trying to consolidate the things that I do so that I can focus on the things that are important. Well, they're all kind of important, but maybe there's some things that I could do more on a weekly basis, let's say, instead of like a daily thing or an hourly thing or minute by minute thing. But that's trading. That's what we do, and we ride the waves. Good evening, all set. Thank you for being here. Good evening, good evening. Mike Volmer, what's going on, bro? Thank you for being here. French toaster again. Hola. Let's see. Daniel Caprude. Thank you for being here, Daniel. And think. Oh, we got Harp coming in. How's it going, bro? Thank you for being here, bro. Bro. One of these days, I'm gonna figure out what gender you all are, so I don't call the gals bros, and I don't call the bros gals. Bros. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? Hope you had an amazing Monday. We got a little bit of a move to the upside on Bitcoin today. A little bit of a move for, and pretty much for crypto as well. Let's go ahead and turn on the sessions and just kind of get a view of how today's session went. I'm going to get rid of the VWAPs for now. And yeah, let's take the indicators off, kind of clear up the screen, and there we go. That's what I like to look at. All right, so we're getting a pop above the Asia session, the new session VWAP right now. We had high volume spike here at the lows, so that could indicate whale activity. Now, it's not as high as these levels over here, and it's just as high as these, but pretty much pushing towards the downside, and right now we're actually rejecting that VWAP. So let's just go ahead and see if we can potentially take a short here and aim for the weekly VWAP, which sits right down here. Now, it's not a big trade, but who cares? Guys, I've been trading on breakout, as you know, and I don't know if it matters or not that the account number is on here, but that's what I have the logo for. So yeah, as you can see, sitting at $5,028. I've been fluctuating a lot, really trying to figure out this this here exchange, and I finally figured a pretty important piece out. Well, this was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, because they, what do you call it? They promote it, if you will, as, hold on, I need to get my chat over here. They promote it 104K BTC. Top is in, LBC, bro. What? Anyways, they promote it as being 5x leverage. So when coming from exchanges like Bitunix or your Blowfins, you know, you have a little slider where you can say, okay, I want this leverage, this leverage, this leverage. That's not how this works. I found out. It works. It's built in. So on a $5,000 account, if I put $2,000 on a trade, that's actually $10,000. It's built-in 5x leverage for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I think it's 3x for all the alts. So I found that pretty interesting. I don't know how I didn't know that, but now I do. And that kind of helps with the whole risk thing too. What I have found that works for me, I don't know if it'll work for you, but when it comes to like scalping, I'm pretty much, I mean, it's scalping, so I look for momentum and volume, and I look to just ride a quick move up or down and get out. That's pretty much it. What I found that works for me is I need more money in the trade. It sounds counterintuitive, but the more money I have in the trade, it goes up. I'm like, if I'm long, it goes up, and I see a bigger number, I know I can take that out. Whereas if it's like $20 or $30, it's like, okay, well, let's see. I know it's not the smartest thing to do, But I'm just telling you what I'm doing currently that is working for me, and we'll see what happens with that. Now, of course, you always have the stop loss, and with bigger trades, you got to have a tighter stop loss, and that's fine. But it's much easier for me to take profit when it's not just $20 or $30. If it gets like $80, $100, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, let's get out. If it's like $20, $30, I'm like, we'll see what happens. And it's psychologically, for me, that's just, it's weird like that. So if I can just catch 0.25% move, then that's 1.25% on $10,000. You're looking at $125 on a 0.25% move. So, and that's all I need. Why do I need any more than that? Why? $100 or $120 per trade? $125 per trade? Sweet. That's that could get me out of my job, just that, because I only have to hit that a few times a day, maybe, and do that a few times a week. But obviously, I would want to grow that, and I would want to get up to like a $200,000 account so that I can do bigger trades, and it's even easier to make or lose money, you know. But the goal is to preserve the capital. And I just like to ride the waves. I like to ride the momentum in and out like a good Girl Scout. Is that what Alex says? In and out like a good Boy Scout. All right, so we're breaking down trend right now. Breaking this trend right here. So we'll see if it'll get a bounce here, especially here at these at this fair value gap. Let's go back over to this wild looking chart here. We can see we do have that fair value gap right below this anchored VWAP that's anchored at the low here. I like to put my anchor VWAPs at swing levels. That's why I've got one at the low, one at this high. And right now we can see that since this high, we've been trending to the downside. Volume has been trending to the downside. I've been waiting to see if we'll get up to it and then and get a rejection, because if we did that, then I think that would be a better trade if we could do that. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. And then I'll follow my standard deviations here. So I only have the upper and lower number 2 bands on my weekly, because these tend to be the most extreme on a weekly basis. So whenever I see price come up to the top, it's like it start to look for bearish divergences like we get here. This is on the 5-minute chart. So you look for bearish divergence, and then you look for it to lose the level, lose the deviation, and then reject it. And then you just ride that momentum to the downside to your swing VWAP. And so, yeah. Anyways, what's going on, Melissa? LBC here, yeah, 20 to 30, whatever, 80. I got this. Minus 20 later. Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, tighter stops. It just means tighter stops. It's weird. Brains are weird, okay? I see everything hit. I see my volume spike at the level. I get a bullish engulfing candle, or after a doji is preferable. Preferably want to see something that wicks down at the VWAP level or wicks up to it. Now in a higher time frame, this might look more like a wick. Let's go to the hourly. Not quite. Not quite. And there's a nice little wick there. That's at the start of the session. these are going to be your stronger levels. Anytime you get a nice wick at the VWAP, or even like this slowing down of the candles, it's a very good indication that we're seeing buy pressure weaken and sell pressure coming in, especially when you're coming into resistance. Of course, let's go ahead and mark off these equal highs. You come down, take the lows, bounce off of the deviation band. Nice big bounce, break the high. Now we do reject the weekly VWAP with wicks. Volume in this move coming down, so we've got to be careful here. Pull back. I would wait for a secondary break because I really like it when you see big breaks. When you see big breaks, those are the ones to pay attention to. Then once you get the big break, then you look for the pullback. Of course, this one you get the big displacement break. You get a pullback into fair value gap. That is not what I wanted. Fair value gap. And you hold it. Don't close below the midline. From here is where I would take, there's your doji, bullish engulfing. Doji, bullish engulfing. Love that. Then you can ride it up to that standard deviation band, either there or over here. I'd probably get out here because let's see what kind of move that is. If I jump in here, I mean, just that right there is 0.8%. That times 5 is 4? No. Yes. 4%. 4% on $10,000 is $400. That's $400 trade right there. Tight stop. Trying to get it below the low. This low right here. You've got to have the momentum behind you. You've got to have everything in context. The breakout, the pullback to the fair value gap. We've got volume in this candle, big volume in this candle too. So we have a little bit of an inkling that we have bulls behind the move. We got the momentum pushing up. We've got stochastics running high. Everything's looking good in this scenario for that little push up. And there you go. And this is a 3-minute chart, and you're in and out in a matter of 30 minutes, 30 to 39. And then you make good money. $400? That would be amazing. LBC, some crazy volume colors. Huh? Oh no, migraines are horrible. David. What? David Gelfin, another 3-day migraine just listening in the dark. Oh, I'm sorry, David. Hate that for you, man. So, yeah, get better. Hopefully you're staying hydrated. Maybe taking something for it. Doji Bull and Gulf works great with Bollinger Bands on the 1 minute. Squid got me on that, but takes full focus, no looking away. And that's the thing with this. That's the thing with scalping in general, is that you have to pay attention to the charts. And that's my dilemma. Because I have a job. And the most active times is during the New York session. So it is what it is. But I mean, just this little move right here. You break down, you break back above. How are we looking? Money flows in the red. Are we looking for long? No, not looking for a long. We're looking for potential downwards move. And we actually, we got a little bit of one. Now here we can see we break this low. Nice, pretty big, pretty nice push here. But we come down to a VWAP that could act as support. So it might be a little sketch, but we're still money flow in the red. Still stochastics coming down. VWAP below the 0 line. So all the conditions are there. Can we write it? Where do we write it down to though? See, that's the thing. Like if we were aiming for the VWAP down here, I mean, maybe we do get taken out. In fact, I did because I took a short. I believe, no, I got in right here on this candle body close below the VWAP. And then it spiked down real quick. And then it went, doop, 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 and I was like, oh snap. And I just cut the trade. I was like, all right then. Okay. I need to adjust something, obviously. I'm not perfect. I need to figure something out. I was too busy. I don't know. I don't really know. I think it was, to be honest, I think it was more of maybe an emotional trade. It was me just looking for a trade to get into a trade. That's the God's honest truth. Man, I love the sandwiched candles. They tend to play out. It's kind of weird. Yeah. So let's back it up real quick. Take a zoomed out look. I'm doing that because I'm kind of prepping to potentially start doing live trading. We'll see. Asia doesn't usually provide a lot, and I'm only live during Asia, so it's kind of difficult. I mean, I would maybe consider a long here, but we're below the Asia session VWAP, and still below the swing high VWAP. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. We're getting a little bit of a push here. But yeah, let's zoom out. Let's see what we're dealing with here. What you guys talking about? Next time, aim for 2.75 if you're just taking a shot. 2.75 what? Oh, you mean R? RR? Yeah. Think about it. I'll think about it. All right, so on the 4 hour, we can see money flows coming up on not MCB. We've got VWAP above the 0 line. It did get a bounce off of that 0 line on the 4 hour today, so could have caught that nice move right there just based off that. But money flow is in the red, so kind of early to do that. Now you can see we did get a nice push here. We got a candle body close above the high, and we got a nice, more of a consolidation, maybe even a rejection wick. And then we're getting a pullback. Let me go to a clean chart. 18 drawings. I can't remove 18 drawings. That would be madness. I don't even know what they are. I haven't even been on this chart in a while. All right. Nice 4 hour fair value gap. Come right down to the midpoint. Got a bounce. And that is where, yeah, that is where we got our little bounce here. But like even a bounce off of this, I mean, just riding this one little bitty thing up to this high, you're making money. And that's what Alex O does all the time. He sees the volume tick up, and he just hops in a move. Price comes to a key level. He sees price starting to tick up. He hops in, rides it up to the high, and gets out. That's it. Just a little bitty move there. And you know, when you're putting $200,000 on a trade or however much he's putting on a trade, that stuff pays. It pays. Just catching that little bitty move. That's what I want to do. I waited so patiently all weekend for today's move and then forgot I had an early morning dentist appointment. Missed it. On to the next one. That's right. All right, let's go to the daily chart. Let's take a look. None of these look important. Bye. All right. Ooh, we did get a daily green dot printed right here on this push here. But our money flow still on the red on the daily. All right, so you asked earlier, 100K. I personally think we're either going to break 100K or we're going to get really close to it. Why? Psychological level, for one. And that's pretty much it. Because it's a psychological level, and because I like to think as much as a whale, institutions, whatever, big money, as much as possible, if I want to trip up the most traders, then let's break 100K, because that's just going to get everybody, oh, that's it. We broke back 100K. We're going to the moon. And that's all it takes. You get pile in, and then those of us that like to swim with the whales will say, well, maybe we're watching a volume footprint. We're kind of saying, what are these guys doing at this moment? And if we see just the sell orders starting to pile in, watch out. We were actually talking about this over in the Piper Academy Discord. Make sure you guys go over to the Piper Academy channel. If we can get that link in the chat, that would be great. Oh, thank you, Alexander G, for deleting that message. I do appreciate that. 3K in 30 seconds. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm still... I said it last night, but since there's two of you in the chat, and I don't know if you heard me last night, but it might be after Thanksgiving that I am able to send the stickers, because you probably already know, because I think I've already said it, but turns out you need envelopes and stamps to send things. So, and for some reason I thought my wife would have some, but she doesn't. Because she was like, do you know how much those things cost? They're like 61 cents. I was like, oh, that's a lot. That's a lot for a stamp. Jeez. But yeah, so I'll get those out to you ladies as soon as possible. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Does anyone know where to buy the pre-sale? Yep, I do. From that guy down the street. I don't know. I was trying to think of something clever, but I couldn't. All right, so 100K psychological level. That's definitely going to be one that we that we would need to get above. I don't know if we come for it now, but these relatively equal highs is what I am aiming for. Let's pull a fib on it. I think a rollover in Bitcoin, the highest that the rollover could go is here. To take out those equal highs, relatively equal highs, and this fair value gap. So that's why I have that level marked off. However, well, we actually have the value area high just above those highs too. 117,274. But first, we'd have to make it through the point of control, which is doable. We'd also have to, and before that, we'd have to break through the 50% retracement sitting at 103,387. Those are going to be big hurdles. And our first thing that we still haven't even done yet is we got to break above the value area low at $91,348. That's the first thing we got to do. See if we can back test it for support and then continue higher. Break through the 50, back test for support, push even higher. And there we go. Now, if it made a move like this, and it was impulsive, I might start considering that this is just a full-on reversal. But without that, no. If it turns into something like this, this is what, if we are bulls, we probably don't want to see. We probably don't want to see just a slow climb, because that is usually used to entice retail into buying. And they're just building up and building up that short position. And then you're looking at the $67,000 target, potentially. Lead the donkey. No rush on the stickers. I still need to send money. You are good. All good. I still need to send you. What do you call that thing? Slap, slap. What's up, lead donkey? What? Lead the donkey. I believe the same, but they're going they're going to bait us 88K, 90, 94K, and so long. Just lead the donkey. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. I mean, it could reject the 236 here at the value area low. It could reject the 50% retracement. It could reject the point of control. The point is, we just look for all the signs, the context, and everything as price moves to the upside. And that's if we even get an upside move. Yet, right, like right now. Which that is still questionable, frankly. And I was showing you guys last night, we did come into weekly demand. We did get a bounce off the midpoint of that weekly demand, but you can see we are still below the top side of that level. Now, if I go to the weekly chart and I just take in the little order block, or smaller order block, I should say, we did get a close below. We did get a back test. Hold on, this is a weekly. Ooh. Earlier today, we got a back test of that level and got a bounce up. So I would expect continuation up to at least 91,348 level, because we got a little bit of a volume spike there. Okay, volume is key. Got a little bit of a volume spike there, and the value area low just above it. And that sits at 92,100. So somewhere between 91,348 and 92. Actually, the bottom side, I'd say it's more 92,000. So 91,350 to 91,000. And that's where I would look for potential rejection. But if it gets a nice strong break, okay, now we're looking to flip that level into support. And then hopefully continue higher. Come up to it and reject. That could be short-term rejection, pullback before another move to the upside, or it could just be a flat-out rejection. As we do, we take it day by day, one candle at a time, and we just see what happens at our key levels. So right now, to me, this isn't impulsive price action at all. This is choppy, sloppy, and just engineering liquidity. It's basically a bear flag at the moment. So yeah, be careful. Turkey dump. Now we do have money flow pushing to the upside. Our VWAP is above the 0 line. Our momentum has flipped above the 0 line. Our stochastics are running high. So the conditions for more bullish move are there. And we're getting into this, we're in this fair value gap. As long as we don't get a candle body close below that midpoint of the fair value gap, which is basically where the price is now, 87,600. I think as long as we don't get a close below that, we can kind of see some buys coming in at that level, then maybe we can get another push. In Q, let's see, what are we doing over here on the Qs? Following the schematic. Okay. This one, I do have a pretty much the same look that we are expecting out of Bitcoin. Bitcoin and the NASDAQ are heavily correlated. So would not be surprised to see them do the exact same thing. And same with the S&P 500, getting up into this fair value gap, potentially pushing higher to break this high. And I was showing you guys this the other night that actually if this can push here, we could get an SMT divergence, which is when two highly correlated assets diverge on price at swing highs and swing lows. So with the S&P 500 putting in a new high, but the NASDAQ and Bitcoin putting in a lower high, that is a bearish SMT divergence between two highly correlated assets. 3, and then you get they all go down. Because what it's showing is that there's not enough capital flowing in the market to lift them all up. So you lose the momentum of it all. It's just kind of, it's one way to look at it. Slap. What are y'all talking about? 9:39. Do we have any? Not really. No. Okay. So when is that next week? Yep. So next week is the first week of December, and it's when we get some good jobs data, some good data. I thought we had more. Okay. Yeah. ISM manufacturing PMI, ISM services PMI, core PCE, Michigan consumer sentiment, personal income month over month, personal spending month over month. All next week. So next week could be a volatile week. Could look good. And then the following week is the FOMC. So the next 2 weeks after this week are potentially probably going to be pretty volatile, up or down. And then the third week of December, we get a whole bunch of stuff too. So just jam-packed the next 3 weeks of data. And considering that we went through a data blackout for quite a while, I would expect volatility off of these levels for sure. Piper P in the house? What? Piper P? I don't see Piper. Is it because I have top chat on? Live chat? I should still see him, but I don't. Okay. 22 of you are watching. What we got going on here? 22 of you are watching. 28 of you are watching. We've got 14 likes. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. So looks like we've come up to or broken through this daily fair value gap. And right now, that's acting as resistance. And I actually This fair value gap right here, we cleared it. Get push up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wait, what is this? What? Why are you on that chart? Okay, so momentum's pushing to the upside. We've got the on the NASDAQ here, and we've got money flow pushing to the upside. I mean, this is all kind of starting to point up. So we got this move here. We've got momentum here. We've got VWAP above the zero line, trying to get a bounce off of the zero line. We've got stochastics running high, RSI running high. The NASDAQ should put in that move. Not financial advice. That's why I said should. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Dang, explaining my jokes again. It's deaf me. Joke from Alex this morning. Oh, okay. It's okay, Harp. I make me laugh too. I know that I don't make everybody laugh, and that's okay, because that's just my sense of humor. Let's see. USDT dominance. USDT dominance pushing to the downside. We want to see this thing. Okay, so we did get a nice little break of this low here. Did get a nice break of the low. Created a fair value gap on that. As long as this candle rejects that level, we could see continuation to the downside, which would mean our assets are moving to the upside. Momentum has flipped the zero line. This is on the 4 hour too, so this could set up a good swing long for our crypto. VWAP's below the zero line as well. Maybe gonna come up and get that rejection off the zero line. Money flow coming out. Yeah, it's not looking too terrible. Well, I mean, it's looking terrible. It's not looking too good. It depends on how you're looking at it. What's going on? Maybe a Band-Aid? I was napping. What's good? No. Everything's good. Thank you for being here. I do greatly appreciate it. Oh, look at that. You ask for likes and people fall off. I get it. Let's see. Let's go to the total chart. Well, actually, I want to do something real quick. So, Bitcoin slash... Actually, let's... how would I do it? Total... No. Let's do others. Others slash BTC. So this is all the cryptos outside of the top 10 against Bitcoin. So trying to see if we could potentially see some bullishness in the alts. Look at this. Bitcoin has just been dominating alts, bro. That's just... Oh, man. That's funny. And we found a bottom. Is the bottom in the room with us? Maybe putting in a W pattern here. Man, alts are just gonna launch. I mean, they did something crazy over here. But that's pretty funny. This is a daily chart, so this is 2022 high. Wow, they were still taking some dominance from Bitcoin there, eh? Alexander with the Moonboy math? Surely not. Alexander said we're going to 175K. 167. I'm sticking to it until 74K gets breached. Or we get a rejection at key levels on a relief rally. You know, we ride the waves up or down. That's why I say we take it day by day. We see how it goes. But right now, the altcoins versus Bitcoin, downtrend. My nose feels itchy, but I'm trying to sneeze, but I can't. Yeah, just absolutely ugly. Let's take a look at total 2. So this is all the altcoins. Actually, I want to do total 2 minus USDT minus USDC minus DAI. I'm sure there's other ones. It doesn't really matter. Slash BTC. This is all the so this will include Ethereum, the rest of the top 10 versus Bitcoin. Look at that. What does this tell you? That tells you that the market has been heavily weighted towards whatever's in the top 10. This looks very similar to what the link chart. Kind of looks similar to the link chart. Ethereum set a new all-time high, but this chart did not. Link. Yeah, see, you got that same little weird looking M. That's not even an M. That's a 3-headed. Oh, goodness. This is a Batman. Hey, hey, hey. Batman. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So, there's our total 2 versus Bitcoin minus the stable coins. I just don't know what people are expecting. Like, I have an idea. I think I remember this exact chart pattern. Let me see. Caspa. Hello. Did you die? Thank you. Yeah. So it's like those 3 highs. Hold on. So let's copy that. Take this over here. Copy, paste. Oh. That same wick action there. Oh, these are probably similar. Oh, no. Very similar. Very, very similar. This one's played out. And all coins are dead. That'd be pretty funny. That was the October 10 crash for Caspa. Okay. But do you see it? Do you see the 3 peaks? You get the 3 peaks. 1, 2, and then on the top side here, you get multiple. On this one, you get 3. You got 1, 2, and then, yeah, we don't take the inside one. 1, 2, 3, and then a shift down, and then a shift down. We look for the retrace. So if Bitcoin does a retrace, all coins will retrace. And then another shift down. And then another shift down. Rounded top. Overextended. I wouldn't say it's a dead cat bounce. Some could say it's a dead cat bounce as a continuation from the last cycle. What if it is? What if all of this was just distribution? And then all coins just completely die. never to be heard from again. Not likely, in my opinion. Not for a lot of the long-term ones, unless something crazy happens. Like I don't even know what, but unless something just absolutely insane happens. Really? That's the only volume you got? Crazy. Probably have to go to the actual total 2 chart. Dead cats don't bounce, just go stud. Yes. Alexander G just on a cast, huh? Where has RMT been? Where has RMT been? Ricardo, you were banned in Wave Cipher 2. Come on, man. Oh. That's funny. Oh, the bots. The bots have come out. That's funny. Fixed range volume profile. As long as the bots are giving me views, you know. No, this. Bro. Altcoins. Remember that retrace? Now, this has stable coins, but look. There's your value area. You can't find support on the value area high twice. I would just look for push up and rejection. These lows look juicy, and this is basically the engineered liquidity thing I was talking about earlier, and I talk about all the time. If it looks real choppy, sloppy, it's not really what you want. You want the big, energetic moves. You don't want chopped. Now you have energetic moves on the way up, slow down, big energetic move on the way up, but overall it's just chop. It doesn't look good. It broke the all-time high, which means pretty much just as much liquidity flowed into the altcoins as last cycle. Not really much new, it looks like. Once you lose this high volume node over here, it's done. You get that move up, retrace, rejection. That is what it's looking like right now, fam. Hate to say it. Hate to say it, but that just means I mean, I don't buy weakness. Not with altcoins. The only thing I'll buy when it's down is Bitcoin. I have to see strength. I've got to see the market already moving to the upside and Bitcoin being a part of that move. Otherwise, I don't trust it. H bar isn't doing so well. Now, it did sweep its lows in here, trying to find some support here. But if it just happens to come up to the upside here, maybe even clips the relatively equal highs here. I don't know. I don't know about that, but we'll see. I would just watch for a SFP of the high. I would watch for an SFP of that high as well. But if it can break above, maybe it'll have another push to break those highs. Now, if everything is in context with each other, like Bitcoin is in its retrace and hitting key retracement levels, and stuff is just going kind of, bonkers, just even if it's just for a little while. And even if they aren't going like super crazy bonkers, but if we're getting like a kind of a big move like this out of it, it's not what you want to see out of a bull run, but it might give you that exit liquidity you're looking for. Because if this is not going to turn into a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside, then it very easily could turn into just an ABC. Maybe it can create a new all-time high. Is that what? Would that be a new all-time high? Honestly, don't know. What is this? 21? Yeah, that would be a new all-time high for H bar. But again, that's still corrective. Yep. I was looking to see if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't know that I count the October 10 wick because that was kind of a whole event type deal. So even if this does bounce and creates another high, then we could be looking at a potential 5-wave scenario. 1, 2, 3, 4. But 4 can't go into wave 1, so no. Not if it's bullish. And it's really just, I don't know, man. It does not look good. That's just the God honest truth. I mean, I could see an argument here on SWE for a completed ABC correction. That's following a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's with the third wave breaking the high. I mean, that's all my rules for Elliott wave theory. So yeah, I mean, that would be just nice 1, 2, and then we'll see if we can get 3, 4, and 5, or just 3, or technically that would be C in an ABC correction. But I don't know. I don't really, at the moment, guys, I just don't have high hopes for it. There are some big account trader accounts that I do follow that I respect that, you know, I don't know. I almost think sometimes, because they've been right for most of this market. The only thing is that they say that, like, one of them is Credible Crypto, and he says that he says that even if Bitcoin doesn't set a new all-time high and it is just doing a dead cat bounce, that he thinks like there would be alts popping off. Maybe, maybe not. The thing about alts is that the order books are pretty thin, so you put any kind of big money into them, they can go up real quick. The problem is there's still a thin order book and a lack of liquidity. So if you're going to ride the wave, if there are waves to be rode, you better be in and out, because there might not be enough liquidity for you to get out, especially in this environment. So just keep that in mind. If things do get a little wacky, just be safe. I would only do in and out, but also in and out because it might just be retracements on the alts. Like they might not go to new all-time high. Everybody's favorite banker coin, XRP, has been stuck in this range for freaking ever. For a year. It's kind of crazy. Big pop-up, stuck in the range for a year. And this is one where if it does go, I mean, it's going to go. I mean, it's just what it does. It's just what it does. Ethereum. Now, we did set a new all-time high on Ethereum. Oh, man. We just had to come into the territory of wave 1, didn't we? That's the only thing I don't like about this. So if it could retrace with Bitcoin, maybe get up to 4,200, and then roll over. I don't like it. It all looks like death. Hey, why is my logo still up there? God. Could we have taken the trade, guys? Let's take a look at that real quick before we get out of here. Let's go to the 5 minute. Look at that. Fell through. It actually, see, it did not sustain. And the break wasn't, anytime I've noticed that anytime I see just a break like this, okay, anytime I see a break like this and the candle body closes just barely above the VWAP, it is not a break to be trusted. That's not even really a break to be trusted. What I really prefer is a VWAP backtest. So a break of the VWAP breaking down lower, or you get a nice rejection wick, and then you come back to it. That's what I like. I like a break of VWAP, and you come back to it. Try to find one from today. I know there was one. Where's the open? Right here. Uh, 8:30 open. Right there. See, I had one at the 8:30, had one at the low, and one at 9:30, which is here. And there we go. So you don't actually get a break of it. You do break the 8:30, so you get a push up. Let's go ahead and get rid of the other one so we can see this better. You're coming down, you reject, you come down, you sweep this consolidation range. This is a whole nice little power of 3 setup. Let's see, we've got, let's just do that. All right, so we got that, power of 3, sweep the high, sweep the low. That's your manipulation move, and then your expansion to the upside. And that's your classic power of 3 move. Absolutely love it. So you get your consolidation, your manipulation, and your expansion. That's the classic move. That's one of my favorite setups. If I see, especially coming into the day, coming into market, so this happens right after market open. You will see this happen pretty often, and that is the market makers taking one side of the market, okay, of the pre-market, coming down, taking the other side of the market, taking lows, and then shifting back to the upside. And the key context here is I have my VWAP on the 8:30 open. That's when futures open. So you come down, you get a rejection, you push up. First you see the first sweep of liquidity, then you see the second sweep of liquidity, and then what? 3 candle move to the upside that breaks VWAP, backtest into fair value gap, fire off the long, and just ride that bad boy to the upside till you get that. Till you either take out the equal highs that we marked off earlier, which that would be my go-to, but also on the way up, you can take partials at the highs. There you go. First partial at this high. So on that big move right there, you get the break of all these internal highs. First TP, golden. Okay, you're also taking out that high. Then your next TP, that high. That's why you get these pullbacks here. Okay. And then highs. It was just ready to just blast through those. You can see the candles just getting choppy, and then boom. They're choppy, but moving to the upside, and then boom. And then that's it. You get a nice little bounce here. Maybe you could scalp that little bit right there to the high. Come down, take out these internal lows, push higher. But it's all in context. How's our momentum doing? Our money flow. Our money flow was flipping green before we even got to this move. Okay. Key context. And then you back test. You got your VWAP back testing as well at the same time. Your momentum waves above the 0 line. It's flipping that way. So you got the trigger wave. And your stochastics are running towards the upside, which is signaling strength. That's when they start to come down, when you start to gotta get a little bit concerned. And then right here, we get the bearish divergence, both on our momentum and our stochastics and our price action. And yeah, and then you correct. And then we see what happens. This looks like a little bit of a base building in here. Maybe a nice little W pattern. See if it can get a breakout. Hit that VWAP, back test, and then go from there. See what happens here. Can it hold this level here? Because we've been sitting in it for a while. So are we building up support? Or is it sell orders getting built up, get the move up to get the last bit of buyers in so that they can get those sells in and then push to the downside? And that's it. I'm 8 minutes over. You're welcome. If Tom Lee theory is true in any way, it looks like they are bringing everything down to that low wick to make them whole again. That's also possible. However, markets have been whack for alts this cycle. Yeah. Definitely. I feel like XRP did really well over the weekend. Yeah, a little, what, 8, 9, 10% move, something like that. I think they screwed us royally. Look at all these brand new IPO launches and rip-off stock companies sprung up off the back of crypto. They boomed and crypto doomed. Yeah, we were actually, are we talking about the DATs, the digital asset treasuries? Those are definitely, I said that they were probably going to be the cause of the bear market quite some time ago. And it looks like they might be. So one of my working theories is, and I explained this earlier in the Piper Academy Discord during the weekly session, I forget, member session. And that's that potential retrace leading up to January 15th, which is when the MSCI will make its decision, make its ruling on, the classification of these companies. But pretty much, I mean, the thing is, I think that they've already placed the rules down, and essentially it's just if over 50% of the assets that you hold are crypto, then you're just going to be considered like a money fund. And you will be removed from indexes. And because of this, we've seen a sell-off, I believe, potentially. This is why we saw the sell-off, because that could just be those DATs selling off their Bitcoin and crypto so that they can fall below that 50% holdings level. Maybe, potentially, I really don't know. We'll see. But the thing is, if they buy back somehow, some way, I don't even know how. I don't know, because if they've been selling, then they've got cash on hand. So it's just kind of like, all right, what are they going to do with that cash? Is this why Zcash exploded? Because it's privacy? Who knows? I don't know anything about it. Exactly. Everyone's screaming, wait till big institutions arrive. Well, they did, and now we're going to see the effects of that. Yeah. I mean, if they end up leaving because of it, Hey, well, whatever. That's fine. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Let's see. If you liked the groove at the beginning of the show, I'm going to play a second version of that. And you tell me which one you like better. And if you heard the first one, and I will throw that in the rotation. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I do greatly appreciate you. You got to be running out of money, surely. How diluted can they get these shares? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button before you leave and smashing up the subscribe. If you are new, hitting that notification bell to be notified for whenever I create new content, when I go live. I'm just a guy, husband, father, brother, son, just a dude who's been up in these charts and in these trenches for going on 5 years now. So yeah, actually my crypto birthday is coming up December 4th, next Thursday, because Saturday is my birthday. Turning 38 will be my 5-year crypto anniversary. So it's pretty cool. And yeah, that's it, guys. I guess yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe we'll start doing some live trading, but as you can see, Asia's just kind of it didn't really do anything. So usually makes the move before I go live, so it is what it is. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys check out Billy Goat Tales tomorrow night on X at Billy Goat Tales, Tales. Make sure you follow them on or subscribe to them on YouTube as well. Good friends of mine. So if you aren't already, go ahead and do that. But outside of that, guys, that's it. I do hope you all have. Hold on. Oh, here I am. I do hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. And I'll catch you all tomorrow. Mad love. Peace out. God bless. Ride the waves. Bye.
Oh, yeah. We move with it, not against it. Let it breathe, let it flow. Got my feet on the floor, coffee warm in my hand, charts looking like a rhythm only I understand. Let the candles do the talking, they don't rush for me. I got time, I got patience, I got therapy. Heart sinks to the market like a pulse on me. When it dips, I don't trip, I just find my seat. Every line on the chart is a dance I've learned, and the lessons hit deeper than the profits earned. I don't chase, I don't fold, I don't move till the story's told. I just breathe. Let the noise fall clean and slide right in like a midday dream. I move with the market, ride with the wave, flow with the rhythm that the price action gave. Slide to the beat when they set up a line. Patience in my pocket, profits on my mind. I move with the market, cool and divine. You can't rush the groove when the groove takes time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm vibing with the trend like it's all choreographed. Every high hitting like a photograph. I don't beg for a trade, I let the trade pick me. Inner peace is the edge that they just can't see. Some folks panic when the wick turns red, but I'm cool, lean back, let it clear its head. Momentum got a rhythm and I learned that tune. Yeah, I trade with the sun and I groove with the moon. I don't rush, I don't force, I just dance with the natural course when it's right. Oh, I feel that sign, then I lock right in like a baseline spine. I move with the market, ride with the wave, flow with the rhythm that the price action gave. Slide to the beat when they set up a line. Patience in my pocket, profits on my mind. I move with the market, cool and divine. You can't rush the groove when the groove takes time. Yeah. beat, and me, I'm on tempo. I move with the market, ride with the wave, flow with the rhythm that the price action gave. Slide to the beat when the setup align. Patience in my pocket, profits on my mind. I move with the market, cool and divine.